Hi Cancer, this is for Punavasu, Pushya and Ashlesha. If there are any Western Cancers, Sun, Moon and Rising, you're welcome. This is going to be a little bit of a more serious reading. Now, serious does not mean bad, and I will get to why in a minute, but I received a massive download when it comes to you, so I'm just going to get into the cards. Now, the first card that I want to talk about is the Death card that I got for you. Now, again, do not be alarmed. This simply reflects a huge change that is about to happen in your life because you have become more aligned with your body and your mind. Your body and your mind, or rather your soul and your spirit, your actions and your emotions have become more aligned with each other. There's less separation there, which means your life is reacting accordingly, okay? In other words, you've been acting with integrity, which means whatever changes happen or losses incur, there is something distinctly positive waiting for you at the end of the tunnel. There is a huge light waiting for you at the end of the tunnel, is basically what that means. Because we've got the Sun card here. The Sun card reflects your life turning out exactly the way it's supposed to. Again, your spirit and your soul are in conversation. They're on the same page. They're reading the same book. They're just completely in sync right now. And because of that, you have multiple blessings coming. There's renewal. There's love to be enjoyed. Your talents are going to come out. You're going to have a keen sense of purpose. Everything good that could possibly happen in your life is going to happen as a result of this massive change. Might be, I don't think it's a literal death. Don't rule it out, but I don't think it's a literal death. I think this literally reflects a loss or change as a result of you behaving with integrity. This is the result. The Sun is the result. And what is so crazy is that every time I talked about bibliography or learning of some kind, or specifically bibliomancy, which is psychic knowledge through reading, I kept getting this card. And this card right here is directly connected to this card from your main reading. Okay? Now, every single time I got the Death card, talked about bibliomancy, this is what came up. And bibliomancy comes from this. It comes from study, it comes from knowledge, it comes from research. And not only did I get this card in your main reading, this card came up again when I was doing the shuffling for the new deck. This is a new deck that I'm working with. This card, without me even thinking about it, came up again. So all of this and this is talking about life-changing information that falls in your lap and leads directly to this. To everything in your life lining up exactly the way it's meant to, right? And then with this, it means that yes, a lot of you Cancers are going to be on your own, but you're definitely not going to be lonely. And I'm going to tell you why. Because with that massive change happening, there comes a period of transitional rest. There comes a period of mental rest from the exhaustion, right? So it comes with that. And then on top of that, it comes with you healing from your internal flaws, or healing from whatever traumas that you've been landed with. That's a huge part of what's going on here. So you're healing from the past, or you've been healing from the past, and I will get to that in a second. But now come some anxieties about the future. Some of you might fear the worst because of this massive change that's happened. But I'm telling you now, you don't have a goddamn thing to fear, all right? We've got this card right here. And in this particular case, it reflects spirit. It reflects the very essence of spirit. It reflects angelic celestial energy that is coming from above. That is what it reflects, right? The chalice, I get Love Witch vibes. If you haven't watched a Love Witch, watch a Love Witch and watch the spell she creates with the love spell. Only in this case, It's not a love spell. It's not even about manifestation. This is a spell that is about building who you are as a person, Cancer. This is what's going on here. So you've got angelic power on your side. And I'm going to cause some controversy by saying this shit. You've got some help from the other side too. You've got some help from the infernal side. Some of you Cancers. So you've got help from both light and shadow. And when you bring them together, when you bring those elements together, you are creating a powerful foundation upon which to build a life that is most aligned with you. Okay? So I should have said goetic. I should have said goetic. Be a bit more mysterious. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying, right? Because of that, a powerful, strong foundation of self and identity has been built. And there are going to be other factors around it, like medical stuff around it. There are going to be hospital visits revolved around these new changes. Anything medical revolved around these new changes. There could be a resting period as well, physically as well as mentally. But rest assured, you have manifested a powerful version of yourself that is a strong foundational manifestation that you've created. And this is the thing. This is the thing that I want you to understand, Cancer. You've done this entirely from integrity. Got some notes written down here, right? I've got some notes written down here. So when it comes to this card right here, you've engaged in meaningful healing because you wanted to do what was right instead of what was easy. So that manifested in meaningful healing, right? And you are gaining everything that you're gaining because you've defeated your inner enemies, not your outer ones. So this is what happens when you choose what's right instead of what's easy. You might struggle in the moment, but then karma comes along and karma pays you back tenfold. Okay? That's what happens. Karma pays you back tenfold. When you act in integrity and you act in an internal purity, this life repays you. And that's exactly what's happening with you, Cancer. You've been true to your integrity. You've been true to yourselves, a lot of you. And that's about to pay off big time. The only thing you have to be aware of is how fast the changes come. Now, I've got to read these cards as well, right? So, yeah, like before I move on, remember the chalice and the athame. They represent the celestial powers and the Goetia ones, the Goetic ones. Combine those together, you've got a powerful foundation upon which to build your life the way you want it. And there's nobody that can stop you from doing it. There's nobody that can stop you. So I wanted to close the video because I felt like no, keep going. So I'm going to read from these. Okay, and we're going to see what we can get from this. The spiritual teacher, there are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light as an example for others to follow. Seek out a spiritual mentor of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now. So you've been doing that. But you've been doing that, and you will come across, again, some life-changing information that won't just move your life forward. It may move your life in directions that were completely unanticipated, completely unexpected, right? But again, it's in line with the integrity that you've truly been fighting for and hanging on to, right? Helper of thought. I just got something. In order for you to have the things that you want on a material level, you need to have spiritual help, heavenly help, and not necessarily just from the perspective of like using guides and stuff like that. You need help from source to do it. And according to what religion or what practice you follow, that is, in order for angels to do their thing, they need the help of God. Yeah. In order for your entities, whatever egregores you choose to work with, in order for them to do their thing, they need the help of God. God are your aligned emotions and actions. That's where you find God. When there's no separation between who you are and what you do. That's why you've got so much powerful spiritual protection, is because you're very aligned right now. Doesn't matter what you're working with. You could be working with angels or you could be working with the Gosha. You need the help of God. You need the help of alignment. You have been extremely aligned, like I said before. That is what, that is what will lead to the most incredible things happening for some of you. Helper of thought, the Knight of Swords. Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best as you can. You know, will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. That's you. You're also working with other people with that similar mindset, but that's you. You're being told, you know enough now. You're being told, Cancer, you know enough now. Now is the time to act. That's what you're being told. You're being told, like, you know enough, you've prepared enough. No, like, I got a similar message. I can't remember which other message I got this for, but they said, stop preparing. Prepare. You don't need to prepare anymore. You don't need to do any more preparing, any more researching, any more learning, because you will discover that life-changing information. And when you do, it's time to put your knowledge into practice. Right? So no more hesitation. But it is going to cut, this life is going to come at you fast, Cancer. For the next month, this life is going to come at you fast. You better be prepared. Okay? Breathe. Take several steps, several deep breaths, and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. But that's exactly what you've been doing. That's what this whole reading is about. Releasing old patterns and realizing exactly what you're meant to be doing. That is the whole point of this reading. That's why everything is falling into place for you. That's why it's happening. That's exactly why it's happening. So I've got to read your notes now. I've got to read your signposts for this particular reading. So we've got self-employed teacher, working alone, retirement, being deliberately led astray, talented teacher, idealist, and game development. Now I'm being asked to focus on being deliberately led astray. You want to watch out for that. You want to watch out for people who are less than scrupulous. This is what I'm talking about when I say keep your emotions and your actions aligned, but also make sure that your mind is purified, or make sure that your mind and emotions are purified, because if they're not, you can be led astray by the wrong people. And I feel like there are going to be like less scrupulous people around you. Or it might even be you fooling yourself about something. I mean, I doubt that. I feel like it's more you being surrounded by people who are being manipulative. It's easy when things are going your way to feel like everything is going to go your way from this point forward. No. Use your discernment, Cancer. Use your discernment. But yeah, you are going to be working alone, doing things alone, but you're going to be very, very happy with what you're doing. And with the full moon in Swati on the 1st, it was highlighting your 4th house of home, property. So all of these massive changes, they're revolved around your home. They're revolved around your property. They're even revolved around your family. Your relationship with your family is changing. The relationship with the family that you come from is changing. It's changing fast as well. But when it comes to that Swati energy, it's important to put it into your 10th house. Focusing more on being out in the world, in public, on public life, in your career. Because your home life, I feel like all the changes going on with your home life, they are specifically facilitating your career to progress forward. That's what it seems to be strategically doing. Like your home life seems to be going through this intense transition because your career is being awoken. Your career, your 10th house is being awoken here. It's being woken up. Right? That's what's happening here. And it comes back to that Hierophant. That's what that Hierophant is for. That's what the angelic like help and the goetic help, or the help from the lower quarters, like coming together. It's coming together. Not just for your 10th house, because your 4th house is included too, but it's building a foundation upon which you build your new home life and your new career. This is a huge, huge change that's happening here. It's really good, but again, you have to be aware of manipulative people who want to steal your shine. Keep your thoughts positive. Turn every situation into an opportunity, but also be smart, be shrewd, and be on your guard. Because you're not out of the woods yet. Just because you are aligned just because you're aligned and just because you know what you're doing, it doesn't mean that people around you aren't going to try shit. Be on your guard. Do not become complacent. Don't do that. Don't become complacent. Other than that, though, shit is about to get very, very real. In a good way, but very, very real. Is there anything else I need to point out to Cancers? Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. So, yeah, that was for Cancer. That was for Punavasu Pusha and Ashlesha. And for my Western Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is a heavy reading, but a good one. Let me know if that resonates with you. We'll talk soon. We will talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye, my darlings.